Welcome to my S.M.A.R.T channel. Today, we're going to share with you what's the government planning. 政府在做什么? Right now, you don't have to wait for the 15 months wait-up period. Is this something very good? The news was introduced back then in September 2022. Today, finally, government have removed this. Who actually qualify for these changes with immediate effect? This is something very interesting. Private residential property owners who no longer need to actually sell their resale condo, resale landed to buy a HDB anymore. And as long as they don't buy into a subsidized HDB flat, as long as you are taking bank loan or cash payment, you are no longer need to wait for the 15 months wait-up period. What has not changed? 30 months wait-up period for BTO flats that is actually brand new, resale flat with CPF housing grant, and new executive EC condo, and flat financed with HDB loans. For example, existing rules still applies. If you have not sell your resale condo or resale landed, you can actually buy in, pay 20% ABSD. Existing rules still apply. As long as you have not sell your resale private, you can actually buy in and sell, dispose your current resale private within 6 months as before. So there is no changes for this. Why was this rule been removed? Is it something that is very important to take note of? Remember, 15 months wait-up period was introduced in September 2022 to cool down the HDB resale market, which was rising rapidly. It had been rising so much that government is out of control. M&D has removed this measure because of one thing. The HDB price, the growth have been moderated. The HDB supply is actually coming very steadily. And of course, the temporary cooling measures that achieve what their intended objective is to stabilize HDB price to be affordability. As long as everybody can afford, government will definitely remove up this 15 months period. Look at this period, 2 quarters, they have finally dipped in terms of HDB resale price for the last 2 quarters, quarter 1 and quarter 2. That's a very good news for you to take note of. So what is the next news that you all will be very interested in? Government relaxed ABSD rules for large unblocked projects. What's before and what's changed and why the change come in? So from my start analysis, the first thing that you need to take note of is before government actually introduced this complete construction, 100% sell out of all unit within 5 years. In short, if you unblock, like for example Thomson Reserve, place have been unblocked, within 5 years they have the fully sold, fully completed, or risk of paying back this 35% ABSD plus interest. So in short, if you have not set up the whole entire development, there is a risk of 35% ABSD is payable. What's the change? Now from 29 July, we have 700 to 1,399 units. We can actually extend it to 6 years. Last time was 5, now goes to 6. And from 1,004 units and above, the deadline was extended to 7 years. There's one more actually very special rule is must sell at least 50% by year 6. In short, government actually relaxed this measure. Used to be 5 years, 100% sell out. Now it's 6 years, 50% sell out. Is that something different? Yes. I think the government actually introduced big rules for changes. Why the government actually did this change? Basically to encourage redevelopments in aging estates. Like for example, those old estates that's actually very big. Like I'll give a very good example, Mandarin Garden, Bradder Heights. So old condos running down or leaking here and there. They couldn't go through en bloc because of the big land sales. So support larger residential projects, increase housing supply so that no more people actually holding on such units for rental, promote better urban renewal of land use. So in short, the whole area there, you will see more units coming in, youngsters can buy in, more infrastructure the government actually can change, etc. The next one is, what does this mean? For developers, low development risk, more flexible in executing a selling large project. For en bloc owner, high chance of successful collective sales. For home buyers, potentially more future launches. Doesn't mean cheaper property price. Take note of this. So the government isn't making land cheaper. They are making bigger developments easier to build. So low land risk for developer, more mega en bloc project can be moving forward, more future and new launches housing supply, and strengthen Singapore long-term housing pipeline. So the news for these revisions of ABSD, etc. is because government know that developer need more time to build. So last time, actually developer need to start building within 2 years from the date of en bloc, and of course the ABSD of 35% plus 5% non-remittable. So today, the government actually extended longer period of time and can even go up to 6 years or even 7 years for those large-scale developments. That is something very, very interesting. Take note of. Developer today are hungry to go after your projects. Attempted en blocs. When big become too big en bloc attempts that failed. Why size matters? Because just remember, huge acquisition costs of 1 to 3 billion. That's a very big number. Thousands of units, harder to sell within the used to be 5 years ABSD time deadline. Fewer developer can actually afford. Harder to get consensus because you need 80% of total number of residents over there, and higher financing equals to market risk also. So take an example, let's say Mandarin Garden. How many of you all know that how big is Mandarin Garden? It's actually more than 15 football field. That's 1.07 million square feet there. Existing there is 1,006 units, one of them in June 2019. What's the risk? Because it's asking for 2.9 billion. That's such a huge number. Bradder View, number 2. Okay, 1.14 millions. Almost 16 football field land size. 920 units over there. One attempt field back in 2021, January. The reserve price was over 2 billion. So developer find it's too large and too risky for the en blocs to go through. The next one will be Pine Grove. Pine Grove is actually beside Nava Grove and Pine Tree. Okay, total land sales is about almost 900,000 square feet. That's about 12 football field land size, 660 units, HUDC project, attempted 3 times field, 2007, 2011, and 2017. And also consensus challenge. In fact, they didn't even get to reach 80% owner consensus. And of course, there's a large, huge cost. The fourth one is S.M.A.R.T. The land size is almost 7 football field land size, which is almost the same size as Thomson Reserve. 288 units, 3 attempt field back in 2012, 2017, 2021. And of course, this project is developed appetite and of course consensus issue that do not get 80%. The last one was just done recently, which is Kensington Park. Land size is about 10 football field, 316 units, 2 attempts back in 2018 and 2022. And the high redevelopment cost weakened the market consensus conditions, and of course they have achieved 80% of the owner consents twice, but couldn't get any bidder to bid the land. What's the reason? Because the land is too big. Okay, so today, what's the takeaway? What's the key takeaway? Bigger isn't always better. A massive land parcel may looks attractive, but if it's too big, it becomes difficult en bloc because very few developers can actually afford redevelopment and of course sales risk. So last time, 5 years, developer think that, wow, how to sell out 1,000 units within 5 years, 1,000 plus units within 5 years. So they need more money. At the same time, they also need longer period of time. In short, all these projects will go through en bloc if there's one more thing that government should think about it. If they allow developer to cut the land into 2 parcels, I can tell you, guarantee 2 parcels, cut the land out, you will definitely able to sell even faster. Maybe you can get even higher en bloc costs. 讲一下哦. After the en bloc article, how many of you are still waiting for the Thomson Reserve upcoming launches? Should you wait for the other en bloc or straight away enter to this 5 years developer need to sell a project? Comment below. Before I share further, please like and share below. On my upcoming channels, I will touch on this thing called Thomson Reserve analysis, and of course more things about comparison between the pros and cons about Thomson Reserve. Okay, for the next upcoming video, the developer actually finally released the artist impression, and this and the next artist impression, you all notice that the 30-story tall building and the further away one is actually the 21-story tall building. And anybody who are looking for en bloc facing the golf course, facing the nature reserve, etc., you will probably get to see the afternoon sun. The next video, I will share with you more insights about this. But before that, let's dive into what you need to know for a START checklist. S-T-A-R-T, START property checklist. Is it important? Yes. For S, start for size. Land size, total units. So for land size, I will say that please enter into at least 100,000 of square feet of land size, which in short 1.5 football field land size, and total number of units try to go above 200 units. For the next one, T, transportation. Are you within 5 to 7 minutes walk to MRT? We are nearby to the expressway plus bus connectivity. So this is very important for transportation. For A, accessibility. Are we project there is actually business node within 5 km, like business node, CBD, second CBD, etc. And do you need to have malls and amenities like supermarket, wet market nearby? That's important for you to know also. And for R, research. Please research into floor plan analysis. To make a lot of money, good or bad, actually floor plan analysis is so important. Plus the units mix ratio. I will touch on this very important factor because in today's all the new launches that actually making a lot of money, they are coming from these 2 factors of research. Last T, top school. Anybody want 学区房 top school within 1 km, and of course educational belts. That's where the last weekend Daniel House actually sell 50+% because they are also along the educational belt. Is this important? I think START property checklist is is super important. For everyone who want to buy a property today, please dive into this before you enter to a purchase. So in conclusion, after I share the news article, plus of course the S.M.A.R.T property checklist, what is important to you? In conclusion, just remember, if you're waiting for Thomson Reserve, I'm going to release a next video of Thomson Reserve analysis and why you should buy and why you should not buy Thomson Reserve. And lastly, I've sold my Jetscape unit. Jetscape is just minutes away from Thomson Reserve. Why did I actually make the move of selling my Jetscape away? And because of this, actually I have come up to a special sharing on how to enter a new launch and actually when you should sell, when you should buy in, etc. My next video, I'm going to share with you. And furthermore, contact me below if you're looking for selling any of the property nearby just to enter the October mega launch of Thomson Reserve. And from the next video, I'm going to touch on what is the price that a good developer could sell, what to take note of, floor plan analysis, and of course, you should buy or you should not buy. And lastly, should you wait for the future en bloc big land upcoming? But of course, you should fight with your loan tenure. So don't wait and see and not doing anything else. Okay? If you're looking for something, a very good framework of a S.M.A.R.T property checklist, please contact me below. I'll share with you more. And furthermore, let's like and share, and I'm able to share with you all more property news. And of course, the more upcoming of what you are going to know is actually Thomson Reserve, Amber Woods, Lucerne Grand. These are the 3 videos I'm going to share with you shortly. Upcoming few videos. Feel free, like and share, and just contact me below. If you are rushing to get more information, WhatsApp me also. Thank you. Bye.